I truly believe that when us autistic people go through things, I'm talking about verbal autistic people who have been late diagnosed or are very high masking, and tend to like perseverate on things because of the justice sensitivity and things like that. I truly believe that God puts us in these positions to expose the nonsense. Do your due diligence. That was a tongue twister. I couldn't get that out. Do your due diligence. Now, I am not saying that we deserve to be going through all this stuff that we go through on this planet. That's not what I'm saying. But we go through it. If you guys are anything like me, you can just walk into a room and people are going to try to sun you. People are going to try to use your quietness and your ability to stay by yourself and not need a lot of people around you. Just something as simple as not wanting to join in with the crowd can get you bullied. If you're anything like me and you really don't identify with the culture, and because you don't want to blend in, people will attack you. They will come after you. They will join you. They will try to put you in a spotlight and tell everybody how weird you are. I've had this happen so many times. So many times I can't even count. Or you have some sort of need that you feel like, it won't hurt to say, okay, this is what I need to be comfortable in this space. And people, they just treat you bad because they feel like you don't deserve that, or you're being extra, or because you just look so normal, you just don't need these things. You just want attention. Or maybe you're a little meek like I used to be, and I still am at times. Like, don't get me wrong. I've only seemed confident on here because I'm in my safe space, my home, and I'm talking one way. When I'm in conversation with people, I'm a very different person depending on who I'm talking to. But if you are very meek, like I am at times, and people misinterpret that for you being weak, or you being somebody that they can fuck with or play with, or just do little subtle things constantly. I'm actually going through that right now. Somebody thinks it's funny to tell me one thing and then go, oh, I thought you knew. And I always catch them looking at me so amused, like, it's not funny. I drove somewhere today, an hour and a half away, and I contacted the person and told them, I'm coming. And when I got there, they was like, you didn't even really need to come. And I was going to text you and tell you that you didn't need to come. But I figured, I ain't know what you was doing, so I just let you come. I don't know. I don't know what kind of excuse that is. I don't know. I mean, I would have done better. It would have been better if she would have said, oh, I just didn't see my phone, so that's why I didn't respond. She told me she saw it and she was confused. So instead of communicating, she let me come. This has been happening with this person. I'm not even going to complain about it, y'all. I'm just going to explain it because I'm trying to give you an example. But this has happened with this same person over and over and over and over. Very indirect communication. I've told them I need direct communication. Not only that, a person came to her today and said, is this the one you said that be complaining all the time? And she looked at them like, and I was just like I ain't hear shit. And then she started to lean into me like, you good? You need anything? Because she know I heard it. She know that it was finally confirmed for me that I knew what was happening. But she thinks it's amusing. One of the ghettos. I don't give a fuck who like me saying it or not. It's one of the ghettos, and the ghettos love to play in your face. They do for some reason. They think it's funny. I just saw a meme. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, but I just saw a meme where this lady, not a meme, but a TikTok reel where she's like, I'm not letting my eater go, if y'all know what that means. And like, for whoever keep calling my phone, I'm not letting my eater go. The whole comment section, laughy faces, all this stuff is so funny. Girl, the way I just fell out, girl, so fun. It's funny to have somebody else nigga eating yo out and them calling you. I don't understand how that's funny, but let God be with you when that karma comes back to get you. But anyway, I digress. You guys understand what I'm saying. I am not saying that you should have to endure this stuff. But since you do, because I know you do, because you do, I think, and because of the traits of autism, of you being like resilient and you perseverating in that justice sensitivity and all of these things, I think that is no mistake that these people are fucking with you. And I think that you should do your tongue twister, due diligence, and proceed by shining a light on these people's bad behavior. Come on here before and I said that I am chosen. And look, I know it sounds cringy to say. I've don't like to say it out loud. Sometimes I know it, but I don't like to say it out loud because people misinterpret things. But I'm realizing that I didn't think I was the only one. I think that, chosen ones are far and wide and in between. Like, we're not everywhere, right? But I'm starting to believe that chosen ones are the autistic people. I wouldn't say all, right? I'm not saying that this is for everybody, but maybe, because I like to refer to us as sirens. One thing autistic people gonna do, verbal, nonverbal. If something happens to us that we don't like, you gonna know about it. You gonna know about it. We're gonna throw a fit. We're gonna say it loud and proud. We're gonna keep bothering everybody. We're gonna do it. It's going to be addressed. Who better to address it than us? Are us being resilient. And I don't want you guys to think of it like, you deserve that bad treatment, because you don't. But it's going to come to you anyways. And never should you feel like, defeated because these people want to fucking harass you all the goddamn time. You don't deserve that. But just for your, your mental state, look at it as an opportunity to be used. Look at it as an opportunity for God to use you in these situations, because we know that we're not going out seeking this stuff, right? We're not. I see y'all online and y'all are complaining about people fucking with you and people misinterpreting you and people doing all this stuff and giving you so much pushback. I see it. You don't go out looking for this. I'm not saying put on a cape and go out fucking with people so now you can just like do something. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking to those people, and this is why I say chosen ones, or it's people who feel like I just be sitting here and I don't fuck with nobody. But you can't just say that and you out here doing stuff to people. I'm talking about the people who literally just have it hard, and you're just so confused as to why God is using you. And this is why I say it's not always about you. Sometimes when things happen, we feel down on ourselves and we go, why is this happening to me? Why? Why is this happening to me? And sometimes it's not happening to you. It's happening for you, because it can benefit you in some ways. But it's happening so the other person can have that spotlight on them. God is using you to see what they gonna do. Now, I'm not saying come out here and, be a martyr and like, look, don't be misinterpreting my words. Don't come out here tripping folks and saying, but my foot was out there already. No, you tripped him. And you need to stop. You need to go take a nap. You in burnout. You around here fucking with people. You're in burnout. You're having a meltdown. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you just trying to live your life, trying to go to your doctor's appointments. You just trying to do the things to help yourself. We're already damn disabled and nobody thinks we are. And we're out here still going without the support, without anything that we need. But God has given us God-given resilience that most people don't have. I saw you post a video the other day and it said those people who choose to be kind even though the world just has treated you so bad. And she said, because we raised ourselves. I'm talking about them people. So don't misinterpret my words now. And I'm gonna tell, because I know y'all like to misinterpret things. I know y'all. And I know sometimes you don't have the fight in you. Look, it happens so often. You don't have the fight in you to do it. But I encourage you guys to fight back. Always fight back. And I'm not saying do anything crazy, but there's two things that will come out of you fighting back. You will expose the person, and hopefully they can see their ways. And if they are too stubborn to admit where they're wrong, other people will see where they're wrong. And of course you have to be strategic, because the people is tricky, right? And another thing is going to happen. You're going to learn how to deal with these people better. Now, I'm not saying that you should stoop down to their level and become what they are. But we do have to learn to live in this world with people like this and learn not to be so susceptible to abuse. And I'm not saying that there's anything that you're doing to deserve this abuse. There's nothing you can do to deserve this abuse that these people do. But you do get an opportunity in dealing with them by figuring out the best ways, to come into new situations the next time, to not be so vulnerable, because we have to protect ourselves. Who gonna protect us? But practice makes progress. And when you have to keep facing these people, instead of just turning away and being scared of what they might do or the group of people might do, you can get a little practice in. Okay, you can get a little practice in, and you can figure out how to expose these people in a way where you are not always down bad. Because if you are chosen and you feel like you're chosen, people might say, why the hell is she saying that? She a narcissist. She just trying to put herself on this level and she ain't. No. The reason I say I'm chosen is because out of everything that I've been through, I've bounced back. Out of everything that I've been through with people, I still come to people with a clean slate. If I've never encountered them, I'm talking about people who's just like you said, just like I said in the video, people have dog walked your ass all your life, and you still keep coming back. And I used to feel like, why do I have to keep showing up and being nice to these motherfuckers? But guess what? It's just in me. It's literally just in me. And does that mean you have to forgive these people? Does it mean that you have to treat them nicely? No. But if you are chosen, that means that you are the light. And I'm not saying that you're only just blinding when you walk in the room. You are the light in the sense of you shine a light on that nonsense and you expose it. And sometimes it's not worth it. Sometimes it's not worth it. But when you just know this cannot happen to another person in my position. I had a job one time and I remember thinking, wow, this job changed my life. Actually, it was the job that moved me into this very apartment, and it was got my life on a whole different trajectory. And at this job, they did everything in their power to get me out, and I just could not understand why. I showed up nice. I did everything I need. Like, you can't tell me that I did something. And I did do something, but it was unconscious. I just showed up, and they needed to just get some shades and put them on. And then they would have been fine. But my light was just so blinding, and they just didn't want to do what they had to do and get the shades. They started fucking with me. And yes, I acted a fool in that place. And I learned a lot in that place too. I met people who I butt heads with. And some of them, I know you guys are not going to believe me when I say this. Some of them came back to me and apologized and told me that they understood and they were very sorry, right? You're not going to get this all the time. You're not going to get this all the time. So what I'm telling you to do is not for this to happen, because it's not going to happen. These people hard-headed. They hard-headed and they prideful and they mean and they bitter. Okay? So you're not going to get this, but you will give them a little taste of their own medicine. And I think they need that sometimes. I think they need to be humbled sometimes. And when I say a taste of their own medicine, I'm not saying go out there and do what they do, but I'm talking about exposing them. Write that email. Call corporate. Okay? HR, don't go to them. We learned that. Don't go to them. In-house HR, you don't go to them. Them people is friends with the peoples. Okay? You don't go to them. Fight for yourself. Don't just cry and say, why me, and internalize it as I'm annoying, I'm unlikable, I'm difficult, I'm undeserving. You are very deserving. You are deserving of being heard. You're not even asking for nothing big. Hell, half the time you're not asking for shit. You're just standing there and people fucking with you. And the people who know who I'm talking to is going to feel this in their spirit. I know everybody can't feel this in their spirit, but people who I'm talking to, they're going to feel in their spirit. And I feel that you're going to feel it in your spirit because I feel it in my spirit right now. And I just wanted to say that. Don't tolerate that type of behavior. Don't let them push you out. Do not let them get away with people thinking that they are this and that. Be strategic. Don't be emotional. And expose them. I think it's what we're supposed to be doing. You know? Be brave, y'all. Be brave.